I love seeing innovation in the prop firm industry, and MyFundedFutures has just upped their game with this all new starter plan. If you're looking for a prop firm home, MyFundedFutures is, in my opinion, the best that there is. Now, I'm definitely biased. I've been trading with them for a while. Obviously, I'm here making a video, but let's talk about what some of the major benefits are. First, I want to talk about the differences, okay? There's a lot of videos out there that are talking about the starter plan. So I'm going to first show you what the old starter plan was, and then we'll talk about the new one just so that you can understand, have a point in time reference, okay? So up on your screen right now is an overview of the old starter plan, okay? There was a 50K account, 100K account, and the 150K account. Again, relative and in that order, the profit targets were 3K for the 50K, 3K for the 50K account, $6,000 in profit for the 100K account, and $9,000 in profit for the 150K account. The 50K account was $100 a month. The 100K account was $200 a month, and the 150K account was $300 a month. And there's different leverage, and you can see it on your screen. Okay, the major components of this, why people really liked it, is that there's just the end of day drawdown. Okay, there was an activation fee, and then you could scale once you got into a live account. So that's the old accounts. Those are done and away with, so we don't need to really dig into those. Just kind of want to give you a frame of reference for where we started. Now, the new starter plan, I think what's really, really cool about this is the fact that you have the ability now to go into live accounts, in my opinion, in a simpler fashion. This is straightforward. I don't see other prop firms really making something as straightforward and as simple as this. But yeah, let's walk through some of the major benefits, right? So across all of the different account sizes, okay, you have a daily loss limit that prevents you from blowing up the account in a single day. The reset fee is lower than the account costs without a sale or promotion, okay? So just by default, if you have trouble, okay, you accidentally fail your evaluation, you can reset it, and the reset fee isn't just the exact same price as the evaluation, okay? So there's a good amount of value there in being able to retry without just paying full price over and over and over again and throwing money into the trash. That, and it only takes 30 days to get to a live account. So if you're somebody who feels like they have a good track record and you want the ability to trade a live account with no rules, right? A live account is a live account. It's exactly what it sounds like. This is, in my opinion, the best way to do that. So really the only question is why the starter account over the expert account, right? A lot of this could be budget. There might be changes in the future to the expert account. I don't know. All I know is what we have here today. I do think the starter accounts are a great place if you want a low leverage way into the trading world. So if you're a new trader and you don't have a ton of capital and you want to trade real money, well, this is a path for you to do that and make money along the way. Remember that, right? So in addition to passing your evaluation, right, once you get funded, you are making money along the way, right? I do not want to discredit that, but let's just go ahead and break down what we have here, okay? So for the $50,000 starter plan, we'll start on the cheapest account, okay? The underlying fundamentals are the same for every single one of these accounts, but the 50K account is $80. You have a profit target of $3,000. You have an end of day daily drawdown at $2,500. So what is a daily drawdown? So for anybody who's unfamiliar with how this works, your drawdown adjusts at the end of the day. It is not an intraday trailing like some other accounts out there in the prop firm industry. So if you make $1,000 on the day, at the end of the day, 4 p.m., your drawdown will adjust up $1,000. If you make $5,000, your drawdown will adjust up $5,000 at the end of the day. Obviously, if you make $5,000 on the 50K, you will have passed the account, so good job. Give yourself a little pat on the back, but it's that simple. The daily loss limit. Okay, so the daily loss limit is a mechanism actually asked for by the community. People wanted a way to essentially save themselves. And so there's a daily loss limit that has been added to every single one of these accounts. For the 50K account, it is $1,200. I think, again, for a starter plan, this makes a lot of sense. This is not the expert plan. On the expert plan, there is no daily loss limit. So we're talking about the differences. If you're going, oh, I don't want a daily loss limit. Hey, there's an option for you. It's called the expert plan. Go check that out. It's a great account. I have the 150K expert account myself. Okay. But daily loss limit, if you're a starter, this will prevent you from blowing up in one day. It's literally impossible for you to fail this in one singular day, okay? Daily loss limit of $1,200. Reset fee, $50, okay? Again, I called this out earlier. The price is $80. The reset fee is $50. So if you fail, you can get back in $20 cheaper. You're essentially getting the account on sale next time. Now, obviously, hopefully you don't fail, but we know that people do fail, and people fail quite often, right? Trading is very, very hard. And so you're just immediately getting a discount on your next at bat. What does leverage look like? How much money can you actually make trading? Well, you get 3 minis. Okay. So if we think of ES, I trade the indices myself, ES and NQ. So if I'm trading ES, that's $50 a point. If I trade max leverage in this account, it's $150 a point. ES tends, at least right now in the market, 30 to 40 point range days. There's enough expected value there to definitely pass the account in a reasonable amount of time. So with 3 contracts, you're doing absolutely just fine. You probably don't want to max leverage this anyways, because you will approach that daily loss limit pretty quickly. Does it scale? Yes. Awesome. A consistency rule, 40%. So this is pretty important. How do consistency rules work? Well, it means that within your payout period, one of your days cannot be more than 40% of your entire P&L. Okay. So let's just do some basic math. Let's imagine that your P&L across 10 days is exactly $3,000. And on one of those days, your profit was $2,500. Well, $2,500 is certainly more than 40% of 3,000, right? I picked easy numbers so you didn't have to try and like min-max it. So that's all it means, okay? You need to be a consistently profitable trader. What's cool about this too is that if you're ever above the rule, guys, it's really simple to fix. Just keep trading. Just keep making more money till it evens out. It's a pretty loose limit, right? 40% is at the upper end of what I've seen for consistency rules. The lower that number is, by the way, the harder that it is to get paid. So 40% is a great starting value. So how can you get paid? What do you have to do to qualify to pay? All right, so you need 5 winning days of $100. And you have the possibility of weekly payouts, okay, on the 50K account. On the 100K account, it goes up to $200, and the 150K account, you need 5 winning days of $300. So assuming, again, that you are using this leverage, this isn't that big of a deal. 5 days inside of a month. If you're trying to get paid once a month, really not a big deal, guys. Obviously, you can get paid weekly. It's going to depend on you as a trader. So yeah, the opportunity is there for you to get paid very, very fast. If you want to be more conservative, maybe aim for once a month. These numbers are totally just fine, in my opinion. Withdrawal limit, okay, on the 50K, this is important, up to $1,200 for each payout until 30 winning days or $6,000 in payouts achieved. Okay, after your first payout, the maximum loss limit moves to $50,100. Okay, so after you get paid, your buffer in your account moves to the account balance plus 100. Let's go back to that first part, right? Again, though, so $1,200 for each payout until 30 winning days or $6,000 in payouts achieved. So there's kind of 2 kind of levers there. Okay, so you're capped up to $1,200, or right so you're capped for $1,200 for the first 30 days, or $6,000 in payouts achieved, whichever you get first. Okay, like most firms, okay, they are essentially evaluating you, and that's really all this is about, guys. Pretty straightforward, in my opinion. You're spending $80 to make thousands of dollars. So when I talked about earlier about you getting paid along the way as you get evaluated, not a bad deal. And once you move over to live funding, you get a static account with $2,500 in the balance, eligible after 30 winning days or $6,000 in payouts. Okay, so after you hit this withdrawal limit, okay, you can move into a live account. So what is a live account? A live account is just a live account. It's a real account. Okay, you can trade the leverage that you have, and you have the account until you blow it up. So you can do whatever you want in that account. It is as real as trading gets. This is an opportunity for you to get into live and real trading again, which is why I think that this is probably one of the best plans in the industry right now, is that you have access to an insane amount of capital, right, with a roadmap, with some guardrails to get you there that is very affordable. For $80 all in and some sweat equity, right? The sweat equity is your time and effort planning and trading. You can make thousands of dollars. Versus if you go open your own account, fund your own account, and if you want to trade, 3 minis, $12,500 in margin per contract, you can see the difference there, right? That's over $30,000 to trade that if you're at full margin. There are other firms, I'm aware, guys, that let you trade less than full margin, but if you want to hold overnight and things like that, it would require full margin. versus $80. Okay. Easy trade-off. I'm not going to read through all of these for the 50, 100, and 150K. You have the image on your screen. You can see the differences there. I do want to talk about, because people ask me all the time, should I get the 50K account? Should I get the 150K account? Should I get the 100K account? In my opinion, this is really a question of budget and, you know, what numbers sound scary to you. Okay. I always go for higher drawdown. And it's not because I'm trying to sell you to just spend the most amount of money or anything like that. Most traders, especially when they're in their eval stage, your primary focus is not failing. And when you're focused on not failing, you're not focused on winning. And the easiest way to ease that pressure is to have more drawdown. Okay, let's just use an extreme example. Imagine there's a prop account and they're like, oh yeah, you've got $50,000 of drawdown. You'd have no problem trading, you know, 3 or 5 in Q, right? 10 in Q, because you have a lot of wiggle room to let your trades breathe. So I go higher. If though you want to, you know, not get super invested and work your way up to a live account as cheaply as possible, go with a 50K account. I mean, why not? If you're good, even if you're a good trader, you know, go with a 50K account. It's up to you guys. I'm willing to let you make that decision. It is entirely up to each trader. So I know people are still going to ask me, but those are my thoughts on that. If you want to start your journey with MyFundedFutures now, go ahead and hit that link down below this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.